And then should you have extra props like yoga props, like blocks or straps or weights, that's great. If you don't have it, don't worry. So that's just a little, I'll repeat that again at the top of the hour, just to make sure everybody has heard that. So cell phones on silent, perhaps. Make sure you have some water, some hydration available. And we'll get started in about 2 more minutes. Mm-hmm. Mm. Welcome all. We're starting in about 1 more minute. As I just said, all you need for this class is your body and a chair. Preferably no arms, definitely no wheels. And maybe if you have extra supplies like yoga props, like blocks, straps, maybe some hand weights, that's nice. It's optional. So if you don't have any of those things, do not panic. Starting in about 1 more minute. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Straight up. So welcome. Happy Monday. It's Judith. It's a yoga fusion 45-minute class. The props we use, of course, would be only a chair. If you have other props like blocks, yoga blocks, straps, possibly hand weights, it's great to have those available, but if you don't have them, don't panic. The other thing I like to say is if whatever's being offered does not work for your body, you can modify. I modify on this side. I've had a shoulder issue, so I modify. Or you could do another posture, or you could skip it altogether. So just know that you are in charge, not me, and just pay attention to what the mind is saying, what the body is saying. And I'm happy to answer questions at the end of the class. So let's start standing. You might also want to be near a wall. Should you have an available wall for balance, to help with balance, you can use the chair to help with balance. So let's just start. We'll do some gentle warm-ups. Maybe the feet are about shoulder width apart. Let's start by circling some hips just to start. A nice gentle warm-up. So think about the 4 corners of each foot rooting into the mat or the earth. And you're inhaling forward, and as you round in the back, you squeeze the navel to the spine. Inhaling forward, exhaling as you round in the back. Let's do 4 of these. 3, 2, 1. Corkscrewing back to center, and now circling in the opposite direction. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Big full breaths. So focus on those LSD breaths, long, slow, and deep. Big inhale, big exhale, oxygenating the system for 4, 3, 2, 1. Corkscrewing back to center. Let's move up to shoulders and roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Nice and easy. Oh. Sighing, moaning, groaning is fine. We're all muted, so if it feels good to let out some sound, feel free. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go the other direction. Noticing it feels different. It might feel the same. It might feel perhaps a little bit more difficult. Just noticing. No self-judgment, no competition for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's shake out the arms and the hands. If you want to be near your chair for support, or perhaps near a wall or a piece of furniture that's not going to move, a big heavy piece of furniture, you might want to go ahead and place your hand there for support. I'm going to start alternating lifting the heels. So you're going to lift left heel, lift right heel. And you're just shifting the weight side to side. Thinking about strengthening the ankles, the Achilles tendon, the foot itself will help to avoid falls. And you're spreading the toes wide as you lift the heels for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming to stillness. Let's shift the weight to the left. Let's lift that right heel. And now the ankle joint is going to start initiating this circling movement. The leg, the knee, the thigh goes along for the ride. It's the ankle joint initiating the movement for 4, 3, 2, 1. That heel comes down, lifting the left or the foot, the ankle that you didn't do before. So you're circling. The ankle joint is leading the way. It might feel different than the other ankle. Just making a mental note of what you're noticing. And let's go ahead and circle in the opposite direction. Be sure to spread those toes nice and wide, getting some blood flow in there. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then shaking out the feet and the legs. Let's go ahead and start returning to those lifting of the heels. This time we're going to start into a baby march, perhaps. So opposite arm, opposite leg, come forward. Just a little baby march, nothing violent. Once you get yourself organized, lifting arm and opposite leg, maybe you want to lift those knees up to waist height, nothing higher, or not, just getting your optimum lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep going at this pace or your pace. And now it's going to be a little brain gym here. We're going to step out, out, in, out, in, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And then coming back to stillness very slowly, nice and easy. Now the feet come together, so the internal edges of the feet are together. Maybe you want to place your hands on the thighs, knees are bent, and just start a small circle with the knees. So now you're noticing how the feet and the ankles accommodate the shifting of the weight, and you're remembering to breathe. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center. Now circling those knees in the opposite direction. This is not necessarily a huge move. Again, noticing how feet and ankles accommodate. Strengthening the feet and the ankles. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center, shaking out arms and legs. Very nice. And now from here, let's go ahead, and the feet could be like under the shoulders, perhaps. Big breath in, inhale up. Exhale, press the air down by the side of the body. Soft knees, inhale up. Exhale, press. Lifting and pressing, stretching and breathing. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. Let's lift the arms once more up to the sky, stretching the arms. Now the goal here is to keep the chest squared to the front of your space. So you're keeping it straight. You're not torquing off left or right. And you're climbing your invisible rope, possibly picking invisible fruit. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms come out to the side. Legs can be kind of wide. Just you can decide what feels good. Let's slide the ribs to the right. Back to center, slide the ribs to the left. So only the rib cage is moving now. The arms are fixed. Everything else remains as still as possible. And you're sliding those ribs. You're stimulating the internal organs. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Again, ribs only moving, tilting to the right. Arms are fixed, back to center, tilting to the left, fixed for 8, 7, like a human teeter-totter, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to stillness, let's keep the arms extended. See if you can drop the shoulders away from the ears. Little pumps with the flat of the hand, like you're bouncing an invisible tennis ball. Nice and gentle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly bringing the hands and arms down, resisting the gravity as best you can. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs. And then let's take a wide stance with the legs and just start swinging the arms like empty coat sleeves. So here you can tap directly under the collarbone, the clavicle, either with a soft fist or with the heel of a hand. And you're twisting and looking over the shoulder. So here we're working on squeezing and twisting the spine, pumping fresh blood, oxygen, chi, life force. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep moving, keep twisting. Now you're going to tap yourself on the shoulder like you're congratulating yourself. And you're still going to look over the shoulder. You're twisting the spine. Big full breaths for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then coming now to the midriff, you're going to tap the midriff in the front. The backhand can tap up by the kidneys. They're up a little bit higher. You're still twisting. You're still looking over the shoulder. Big full breaths. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly de-escalating. Don't just abruptly stop. Oh, very nice. Let's go ahead and do some tapping. We're going to start tapping here right on the midriff. So we're stimulating those internal organs. We're also encouraging the colon to do its work. And you're breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now, right over the navel, stack the palms and a small circle around that navel. So you're going to go up the right side across the torso down the left side. So as you go up the right side, that's the ascending colon. Across, transverse colon. Down the left side, descending colon. Helping the body do its job. Oh, big full breaths. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to stillness. Now this next move you could do standing or sitting in the chair. You can choose what works. Soft fists here. And you're going to place them in the hip crease. The back will stay flat. Crown of head lines up with tailbone. Inhale. Exhale, going forward, forward, forward with a flat back. And then you know when you're going to come to a sticking place. Your tummy will tell you. So now we're stimulating the colon and do little tiny baby pumps with the belly while we're here in this forward fold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Coming up with a flat back. Don't rush it. Don't want to get dizzy. You want to avoid the head rush. Roll the shoulders. Shake out arms and legs one more time. Now, if you have a chair and want to use it in this way, you're going to take the chair and face the chair seat. I'm not going to do it. I'll do it with a block, but you can do this with a chair if that feels right. And then your legs are going to come nice and wide. Knees will track over toes. So we're going to inhale, bend the knees, exhale, straighten the legs. You could do that with your chair. If you have yoga blocks, you can do it with a yoga block. So, or maybe if you have nice long arms, you could put your hands actually on the yoga mat if you're using a yoga mat. So let's go ahead and take the legs wide. You can face your chair seat or you could use a block or nothing. Knees will track over the toes. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Let's do 8 or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's keep down and bent knees on 1. Little pumps here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Right forearm rests on right thigh. Maybe left hand rests on mat, block, or chair seat. You're pumping into the right hip, pumping synovial fluid. The left leg is now straight. The left heel is grinding into the mat. The toes point to the sky. Try not to let the head dangle here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you're going to glide through center very mindfully. Left forearm and left thigh. Right leg is straight now. Right heel grounds into mat. Toes point up to sky. Only make this lunge as deep as feels right. Pumping into the left hip for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Coming through center now. Maybe both hands can rest on your thighs. And here, you can keep the torso fairly upright, but see if you can stay in the same plane as you switch from side to side. Gliding with the legs, strengthening the quads. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Keep the knees bent. Maybe hands can rest on block or mat or chair seat. So here we'll just do inhale, bend. Exhale, bow to your mat as you straighten the legs. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Re-straighten. Heel toe the feet together now. You're still in a forward fold, or step the feet together. And I'll do this in profile. Now we're in Uttanasana, a standard forward fold. Let's go ahead and place the fingertips either on a block or the mat. You're going to micro bend the knees left and right as you stretch out the low back, and you're squeezing the abs. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We straighten the legs. Hands rest on the ankles now. A series of flat back lifts. Hands drag along the shins. Inhale, flat back lift. Shoulders drop away from ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Say hello to your hamstrings. 1. And then coming all the way up, hands on thighs. Let's stack the bones, coming to standing, rolling the shoulders, shaking it out, returning back to neutral. Let's do some standing cat-cow. So here again, the feet could be directly under the shoulders. Hands are placed on thighs, but it's not a death press. It's just a placement. So here, you're going to have the torso at, say, 30 degrees. You're going to drop the belly, spread the sits bones wide, and then exhale, arch and squeeze, navel to spine, like a Halloween cat. Inhale, drop the belly, spread sits bones. Exhale, arch and squeeze. So the hands are placed on thighs. Please avoid the knee joint. Finding your own rhythm, your own pace, working on the flexibility of the spine. Nice and gentle. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And you're going to roll it up. You're going to open the shoulders, roll them open. Very nice. I'm going to move this away. And I'm going to grab, for now, weights. If you don't have weights, just it's a soft fist, you can use it, it's no worries. And if you have a strap, you might want to have one handy, but that comes later. So I'm going to place the bum in the chair here, closer to the front of the chair seat than the back of the chair seat, so you can't collapse, into the back of the chair. All right. So the feet and legs are in parallel, toes point forward, and no weight or one weight in each hand, palms face the midline. Inhale, exhale, right fist into right armpit, drop the arm down. Inhale, exhale, left fist into left armpit, drop it back down. For 8, 7, sitting tall, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to neutral. Now, no weight or one weight in each hand. We'll start on the right side, and let's just stay on the right for now. Inhale, right arm lifts up to shoulder height only. Exhale, inhale down. Let's do 4. Don't rush it. 3, 2, 1. Nice. We'll go to the left. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's try alternating, starting with the right. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Keep alternating, or maybe 2 together for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's relift them, both arms up. Now we're going to exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one. Very nice. Arms in parallel, they're coming down. The arms are going to stay straight. No weight or one weight in each hand. And now the straight arms lift straight behind you, higher than the bum. And you're going to keep higher than the bum as you pump the arms, palms face the ceiling, up toward the sky. For 8, don't let the head dangle. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly the arms come down. Now we're going to tilt the torso again about 30 degrees forward. Palms face the midline, no weight or one weight in each hand. Inhale, flies. Exhale. Inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the arms up, little pumps. 8, 7, drop shoulders away. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly resisting gravity, resist as you come on down. Give it a little wiggle. Now in the right hand, no weight, one weight, or two weights. We'll do some bicep work here. Arm is straight, the palm faces forward. Inhale, exhale up to shoulder. Inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Work the bicep. 2, and 1. Nice. And then coming back to the other side, no weight, one weight, or two weights in the left hand. Good idea to keep that upper arm close or glued to those side ribs. Arm starts straight. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly coming back to neutral. Let's lose the weights for now. We're going to get back on up and work some more on the lower body. But right now you can either stack the palms right over the heart center, or you can hook the thumbs together and spread the fingers wide. That's called Eagle Mudra in yoga. Maybe you want to use your arms to help you assist to get up. Maybe you want to use the sides of the chair to help you assist to get up. Preferably not using any assist with the hands to help you get up. So the feet are flat, toes point forward, 4 corners of each foot rooting into the earth. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8. Nice and slow. 7, going at your pace. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time we hover. So if you sat yourself down, get yourself up, and we're going to hover over the seat of the chair for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We straighten. Very nice. Unwind the arms and hands. You can shake them out. Now, I'm going to use a strap for this next bit. And if you don't have a strap, the instruction will be to hold the back of the thigh as an assist, not the knee. So here I've got a standard yoga strap. And if you're not using the yoga strap, back of hand behind the back of the thigh, but rather the palm grabs the back of the thigh as you can go. So it's an easy modification. I'm going to start looping the strap around the ball of the left foot. The leg nearest the chair is the right leg. So let's just start by inhale, exhale, kick out twice, exhale, inhale, place the leg down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, place the leg down. Let's do 4. 3, 2, 1. Nice. If you're using a strap, lose the strap. We're going to stay with this left leg moving. The right leg is the standing supporting leg. Now the left foot is flexed. We're just going to start gently swinging that leg forward and back. Maybe getting that leg up to waist height, but maybe not. You can put one hand on your chair for support for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then de-escalating very slowly, no abrupt stopping. Nice. Let's go to the other side. Using your chair as support, maybe a wall, maybe a piece of furniture in your space. You're going to even out the ends of the strap. The supporting leg will be the left leg. Inhale, lift that right leg, bend the knee. Inhale, exhale, kick it out twice. Inhale, place the foot down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, place the foot down. Let's do 4. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And place that foot down. If you're using a strap, it can go away for now. And now we're going to start swinging. We're flexing that right foot. The foot stays flexed throughout. Maybe the leg can get up to waist height. Maybe it doesn't. And maybe this side is different than the other side. You're just noticing, no judgment. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly de-escalate, not just abrupt stop. There we go. Very nice. Now, if you have a block, great. If you don't, no problem. This is going to be modified tree. So basically, if you're not using a block, the feet go directly under your hips. You're going to shift the weight to the right leg. You're going to extend this leg out about 45 degrees on the diagonal, but the pelvis is going to stay straight to the front of your space or the edge of your mat. And then we go into tree. If you'd like to use the block, and this is the block, I'm going to use it on the low setting, and the feet surround the block. Again, the left leg will be the support leg. I've got my hand on the chair back, shifting the weight to the left leg, tuck the toes into the block. So now the heel is resting on the calf. If the foot is on the floor, it's resting on the ankle. Hips are squared to that straight edge of your mat. Maybe one arm wants to float up. Now find a spot that doesn't move, either on the wall in front of you, maybe it's on the floor. Maybe you want to lift the second arm up. Tree pose, modified tree for 4, 3, 2, 1. And now, ooh, the breeze has picked up. And now maybe your tree branches want to be moving. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come together overhead. Palms come down the midline, stopping at the heart. Now lifting through that supporting left leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now the arms can come down. Slowly the foot can come down. Shake it all out. Shake out the legs, shake out the arms. Very good. All right, we'll switch to the other side. So again, it's not using the block. Feet directly below the hips, shifting the weight to the right. The left heel tucks into the ankle if you've got both feet on the earth. If you're using the block version, you're shifting the weight into the right leg. The left toes come onto that low block. The heel tucks into the calf. And now the hips stay square to the front of your space. Maybe you want to lift one arm up. Maybe you want to lift a second arm up. Maybe this side is completely different. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the breeze is coming again. Maybe our branches are moving. Maybe they're not. Big full breaths here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Palms come together. Palms drop down the midline, stopping at the heart, lifting through the supporting right leg. Focusing on that drishti point for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms come down, shake them out. Legs and feet come down, shake them out. Very, very nice. So now, let's go ahead, since we're on our feet for the moment. Feet directly underneath the shoulders, and let's just start lifting the ankles here and the heels. So you're lifting those heels maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/2 an inch. This is a great thing to work on bone density. And you're also strengthening, again, the feet, the ankles, the Achilles tendon, and the calves, again, to help with fall prevention. And maybe you want to make this a free-form meditation, a meditation in motion. We're going to keep pumping those legs and feet, and you can move the rest of the body any way you like for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. You're going to slowly de-escalate one more time. Shake out legs and feet. And I think today we have enough time to do foot massage. This is always a big favorite. So find your chair again. Mindfully place your feet, your bum on the chair and your feet directly in front, feet and legs in parallel. Let's cross the right ankle over the left thigh. So now I have socks on. You might find this more appetizing to do with socks on, but whatever. This is something you can do to your feet when you go to sleep at night. So we're taking the 5 toes and we're flapping those 5 toes like you're fanning yourself on a hot day and wherever. Hot weather, yeah. So once that feels complete, now you're going to take each individual toe from the base of the toe to the end of the nail, and you're going to massage that toe individually, going across all 5 toes, thanking your toes, because without your toes, you wouldn't be able to walk. You perambulate using your toes, gliding, If you don't have toes, that's not possible. So you're giving attention to each individual toe. And then when that's finished, you're going to go to the bottom under part of the toes and start rummaging around in there, stimulating blood flow, etc. And then you're going to take your 2 thumbs, you're going to massage the big toe ball mound and the little toe ball mound, and you're going to move forward into the center, massaging the ball of the foot nicely. The thumbs work down the inner and the outer edges of the foot. Don't forget the arch. And then you can use all 10 fingers to massage the heel. And then you're going to take both fists and you're going to alternate squeezing the ankle like you're wringing out a wet washcloth. Back and forth on the ankle. And then when that feels good and complete, you're going to take your fingertips and maybe just drag them across the top of the foot, maybe between the troughs of the bones. We have 26 bones in each foot. Very nice. When that feels complete, you're going to take a soft fist, tap the arch right in the middle of the foot there, little magic place in the middle of your foot. And then you're going to take the two hands and gently tap the entire foot you just worked on. And if you want more stimulation, you can slap it. And then when that feels nice and complete, bringing that to stillness and noticing now how that foot feels compared to the other foot. Huge difference for me. So left ankle crosses over top of right thigh, or the other foot you didn't work on. And you're going to take your hand and you're going to start flapping the 5 toes like you're fanning yourself on a hot day in wherever. Puerto Rico, Santa Fe, who knows? So keep flapping. And when that feels complete, you're going to take each individual toe from the base of the toe to the end of the nail. And you're going to massage each toe, send each toe some love, thank them for keeping you walking all of these years. And if you find a special place that might feel sore or tight, spend some more time there. And here again, if you do this routine before you go to sleep, you can spend as much time on each section as feels right. Okay, you've done your 5 toes. You're going to take the bottom part and you're going to take your fingertips and rummage around on the under parts of the toes. Breathing, sitting tall. And then when that feels complete, you're taking the 2 thumbs. You're going to massage the big toe ball mound, the little toe ball mound, working your way into the center of the ball of the foot. The thumbs move down the inner and outer edges of the foot. You're not going to forget the arch. And then you're going to start massaging the heel. And when that feels complete, let's take the fingertips and do the top of the foot. You might want to just go between the bones there on the top of the foot, whatever feels good. Then you're going to take your alternate fists on the ankle and massage the ankle deeply. And then when that feels complete, you're going to take the soft fist and pound the arch, a magic place in Chinese medicine. And then we're going to slap the foot gently, bringing some blood flow in. And then if you want, you can slap it even harder, if that feels okay. And then removing that and just seeing how both feet feel. Quite an amazing difference. So now we're going to arrive in a very brief Shavasana, a resting pose. So here you can sit all the way in the back of your chair. You might want to pull flesh away from sits bones. The legs and feet are in parallel, 4 corners of each foot rooting into the earth. And you might want to drop the eyes closed and just notice the effects of the practice. Scanning the body, noticing any residual tension that might remain, and breathing into those areas. Crown of head lines up with tailbone. Shoulders drop away from ears. Spine is long, relaxing the face and the jaw and the back of the neck. Breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing the belly expanding on the inhale, the belly collapsing on the exhale. The natural breath in and out. Noticing relaxation forming in the soles of the feet, as though you're placing those feet in an imaginary hot tub. And that softness, that warmth moves into the feet, the ankles, the low legs, then the knees. It moves into the thighs. Legs and feet now are very heavy. The softness moves into the pelvis, the hips, the buttocks, the low back releases. And from there, from the belly, it moves into waist and torso, enveloping all the ribs and the vital organs therein, marinating in this delicious relaxation. And from there, it moves into the chest and shoulders and rolls down both arms all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. It moves into the throat and the neck, and then it moves into the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases, the face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light permeates the entire body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And as we rest here in Shavasana, here's a brief something from the poet Mary Oliver. You don't want to hear the story of my life, and anyway, I don't want to tell it. I want to listen to the enormous waterfalls of the sun. And anyway, it's the same old story. A few people just trying one way or another to survive. Mostly, I want to be kind. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, just begin to bring some gentle movement, maybe to the fingers and the toes, maybe some arms and legs, gentle movement. And then from here, we're going to float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, samastiti, this beating heart. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.